Hello, I'm Benjamin Bratton. I'm the director of the Antikythera program here at the Berggruen Institute. The Antikythera program was named after probably apocryphally, the first computer, which was discovered in the early 20th century. It comes originally from 200 BC or so. And part of the reason that we took this as an inspiration for the name of the program is that this first computer was not only a calculation device, it was also an astronomical device. It was used to chart the movement of the stars and the planets through time. And so the idea that computation really begins with the orientation of intelligence in relationship to its planetary condition suggested to us both an excellent starting point and a very fruitful agenda for the reconsideration of our current relationship to computation and how it enables forms of knowledge, indeed for navigation, and ultimately for composition of our planetary circumstance. So the exhibition here at Palazzo Diedo, the Noocene, is part of a larger exhibition that Antikythera has undertaken with MIT architecture called The Next Earth. And by the next Earth, what we mean to suggest is that the Earth itself is always in the process of transformation. And one of the transformations that it has accomplished over these past billions of years is to fold itself in the shape of subjects and agents capable of deploying complex, abstract, compositional intelligence to remake the Earth, what we call in the broadest, most expanded and generous sense, architecture. So our contribution to this exhibition, the Noocene, deals specifically with the role of computation as what we call an epistemological technology, a technology that an emphasis for us is less on how we use computation as a tool and more how computation serves as the basis for how we discover how the world works and indeed how the universe works. So the projects that we have include contributions from computer scientists, astrophysicists, philosophers, designers, science fiction authors. The Antikythera program itself is quite interdisciplinary, which is represented in the projects that we have shown here today. Humans have, for better or worse, been a kind of dominant intelligent species on Earth. This precocious group of primates capable of feats of symbolic abstraction, artistic and mathematical, which we have deployed to create our cultures, to create our economies, and indeed, as I have suggested, to terraform our host planet for good or ill, has been a talent that we have monopolized until very recently. And now, again, through computation, we, those fire apes that once discovered language, have now learned to fold the rocks and metals in just a precise way, to electrocute them very precisely, such that the rocks are now capable of feats of intelligence previously only possible by we, the higher primates. But now we've discovered a different kind of evolution, a kind of artificial evolution. We've discovered the process through which intelligence transforms the world in its own image. This is what we call the Noocene, which is the title of our exhibition here at Palazzo Diedo. So the term the Noocene is a kind of conjunction between what Vernadsky and Desjardins in the early 20th century called the noosphere, which is the accumulated, integrated capacity for cognitive intelligence that at least one planet has, that is our own, and indeed one has never been entirely monopolized by humans, but it's one in which certain species and certain media are capable of producing not just information, but meaning. It is what we would call the capacity for abstract intelligence and communication, but it is no longer exclusively that of the human species. It never was exclusively human species, but with the emergence of machine intelligence. We now confront a new kind of inorganic species of our own creation, an artificial evolution that is capable of similar feats of complex abstract intelligence, ones that are similar to our own, if not reducible to our own. And we begin to realize that in doing so, that the real agency of transforming the world exists with that intelligence itself, not with us. And the work that we have here at Palazzo Diedo showcases the collaborations, the projects and the outputs that we've been working on for the past 3 years. And we would invite you to come visit us. So.